Answering 10 of the most frequently asked questions about e-commerce? Statistically speaking, you will never have to watch another e-commerce video again. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Zach, and if you're new to the channel, learn all the secrets of the e-commerce world simply by subscribing to my channel and hitting that little bell icon so you don't miss anything. And in this video, I'm going over 10 of the most frequently asked questions I get on my videos, in my live streams, in the DMs, everywhere, and I figured that this video would be immensely helpful because, yeah, like I said, these questions blow all the other questions out of the water in terms of frequency, and hell, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot here, but you'll never need to watch another video again after watching this. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit right there, but I feel like this video is going to be immensely helpful, especially if you're just recently starting out, so I highly recommend that you watch the entire video, really get what I'm saying, so then you don't have to worry about these very common and basic essential concepts to e-commerce. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it with the first question: should I start a niche store or a general store? And well, I can't really tell you that. Now, I'm going to tell you this, that the store I'm running right now is a niche store. And how did I find this niche that I'm in? Through a general store. So if you're very unsure and if you don't have a niche immediately off the top of your head, what you can do is you could start running a general store and then go ahead and switch to a niche store. Now, through a general store, I don't mean like an all-encompassing general store with every single type of product on there. Like, I don't want you selling baby clothes and electronics on the same damn store. No, that's not going to work. What you need to have is a general store with a general niche behind it, right? So let's say you have a general beauty store where you sell like makeup, some jewelry, stuff like that. This is actually what I did. So I had a general beauty store and I ran ads for a bunch of different products on there. Eventually, one of the products really stuck, and then I was able to go ahead and create a niche store around that single type of product, and that has immensely helped me, and I actually wouldn't have found this product had I had not done this strategy, so it's something that I'd highly recommend you do. Now, if you don't want to transition over into a niche store, that's totally fine. You can definitely stay as a general store. You just have to make sure that your branding is ridiculously strong, that it's very consistent, and then it isn't just a billboard store. And what I mean by a billboard store is a store that just puts a ton of products on the store and hopes that they sell. You need to actually have a very strong storefront, very strong descriptions for every single product, and just, you know, actually sell the items. But you can do a niche store or a general store with this strategy, see massive results. So really, it's up to you. You're going to see results as long as you put in the effort for either a niche or a general store. Number two, how do I know which audiences to target? And I can't really tell you this either. And this is going to go for most of the questions that I get all the time, because I can't give you a direct answer, and it really comes down to testing. And this is really the big answer to this question right here. I can't tell you, if you give me a product, exactly what targeting is going to work. I can give you a general idea for what's going to work, but the way that you're going to find out your audience, the main audience that you're going to be targeting, is simply through testing. Now, I have a video on my channel. It's like the ultimate Facebook ads guide, and I talk about this method called shotgun testing, and just this, it's this huge strategy of testing ads and testing audiences where you put a bunch of different ads out there running at lower budgets, but then after a few days you're able to see which of those audiences perform the best, and then from there you can go about creating more ads with that audience, maybe tweaking some more things, and then eventually scaling them up from there, okay? But like I said, I can't really tell you which audience is going to work. You have to test, and yeah, you're gonna blow some money at the start. However, I can guarantee you, if you're doing this strategy, you have a much higher chance of reaching the amount of people that you need to reach and finding the audience that you need to find, and then go ahead and start making sales, than if you were to not use this strategy and just be kind of reserved, a little bit conservative with your testing. Yeah, this is the way to do it. Number 3 is blank a good niche. And I get this asked for every single possible niche. And I gotta tell you, Yes, okay? And now some are a little bit easier to sell in than others, and what I mean by that is that some niches are a little bit more exciting than others, and this is really what it comes down to, is that you need exciting products that people are going to be like, oh my god, that's amazing, and then go ahead and actually impulse purchase it just based off of like a single ad and a single product description that you have on your website, and that's it. And you're not going to get that with every single niche or every single product that you're selling, right? If you have a general phone case store, it's going to be pretty hard to get people super excited about phone cases. It's very possible to make a lot of money with this, but it's going to be a little bit difficult and a little bit more different than if you were to be selling like some kind of trendy life hack item, right? So every single niche is good. You just need to make sure that you're on top of your game, you're on top of the competition, and you really kind of like put things in an interesting way that people haven't seen before, right? The niche I'm in has been done immensely. It's been done to crap. But the way that I present the products, the way I present my entire brand is way different, and it makes me stand out, and it really helps me get a lot of sales in this niche when there's a ton of other people doing the exact same thing, but they don't do it nearly as well as the way I do it. So is blank a good niche? Yes, you just have to go about doing things differently and better. Number 4, should I use a free or a paid theme? And it's up to personal preference, okay? Free themes are immensely good. That's why they're the free ones, okay? I think it's like 10. There's 10 free themes on Shopify. Shopify picked those because they're some of the best themes. They're very diverse, they're all encompassing, and I can almost guarantee you out of those themes, you'll be able to find one that really works for you and that's going to have really good conversions, okay? Your theme is not going to make or break your store. If your store is not making sales, getting a better theme is not going to give you more sales. That's not how that works. Now, a lot of the free themes have been done a lot, so you might need to customize them a little bit, right? Don't just have like the generic layout that everybody has. Maybe throw in some pictures here and there that not everybody has. Maybe screw around with the CSS a little bit or HTML. That might take a little bit of work, but I've actually done this on my stores, and oh my god, the result is absolutely incredible. I love messing around with the code of the pages. But like I said, it doesn't really matter if you have the money to go ahead and buy a free theme, or a paid theme, I mean, and you think that it would like show your products and your general brand in a better way, then go ahead and do that. I mean, that's what I did. I bought like a $180 theme. I think it was $140 actually. But the way it presents my products is exactly how I want it to present it. And it has actually helped me with conversions a little bit, but of course that's after I've tweaked it and done a bunch of things. But if I were to stick with my free theme, it would not be a problem. Don't worry about this. And if you're not making sales, don't buy a paid theme. Number 5, what did I personally do to really make my Shopify store pop and grow? And here's my answer, and I say this in almost every video, so listen up. I really solidly got down the concept of branding. I made a brand behind my store. I wasn't just one of those billboard stores that puts up products in hopes that they sell. No, I created an entire brand behind my store, behind my products. The entire website looks very coherent throughout everything. It's just so much better. And I've looked through pretty much all my competitors' stores. They're crap compared to the store I've put together. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but that's simply the case. My store looks infinitely better, and that is what really helped me. Now, additionally, I also went ahead and I tested a bunch of different strategies. I'm talking several hours of work a day for weeks or months on end to get to a point where I was making good, consistent sales, and I was pretty happy with it. And I mean, that is something that a lot of my competitors and most people that try and get into e-commerce or drop shipping do not have. So that's something that I'd highly recommend that you look into, and something that you really get down is, first of all, you gotta get your branding down, and second of all, you just have to test a bunch of things, because while something that you may have going on right now works, there could be something that works 10 times better, and you don't know that unless you're testing. Number 6, how to deal with long shipping times. And guys, this isn't that much of a problem. Now, I already have a video on this on my channel, but I'll say it again here. Long shipping times are not a big deal, as long as you're transparent about it and you offer support for people that are wondering about it, okay? So basically, a big way that you can drastically reduce the amount of people that are contacting you about your shipment is you simply have to put on the description right at the bottom. Don't like make this a big thing, but at the bottom just say like, please allow 2 to 3 weeks for shipping, and that's it. And then that, first of all, that is going to give like 95% of people the information they need. They're like, oh, it's going to take that long, but I like this item, it's not that expensive, I'll go ahead and buy it, right? That immediately gets most people, like, the problem's gone. Now, if you have people that are questioning, if they're like emailing you and they're like, hey, where's my item at? all you have to do is be transparent. Be like, hey, so we actually use a business model where we partner with suppliers overseas and have the items shipped directly to you. This allows us to have a lower price. It allows us to have free shipping, and there's just a little bit of a trade-off there. So we really, really appreciate your patience in this. Now, your item is so-and-so, and you'll just go ahead and track it for them. You'll maybe send them the tracking number or the tracking page with their code already in it, and then that's that. Then they're happy, and 99.999% of the time, that's going to get people to calm down. As long as you're just very open, you're very responsive, you get to them very quickly, it's not a problem. Now, there are some people that get pissed, and I've had maybe one or two of these, and all you have to do is simply be like, oh, I'm so sorry, give it a few more days. If it hasn't arrived by then, we'll go ahead and refund your order, because you don't want chargebacks, okay? And then you just go ahead and refund it. You missed out on like, what, a couple bucks? That's not a big deal, and you don't have to deal with the entire headache of having chargebacks. Number 7, can I make a living off of drop shipping? Yes, you can. It's as simple as that. Anything, I mean, hell, you can make a living off of anything as long as you put the effort into it. And that's the main point that you should take away from this question, is that you need to put in the effort to be able to make a living out of it, right? Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, drop shipping is the easiest thing. You just put some stuff on a store, you look for popular products, you advertise it on Facebook, and boom, you're making sales. I mean, yeah, that's the general idea, but they leave out the entire process of testing, of meticulously like designing your store, of dealing with all the different things that come up within the next months after you start. It's not easy. And if you want to make a living out of this business, you need to put in the effort. You need to differentiate yourself from everybody else, right? And now this can include a bunch of different things. It can include eventually manufacturing your own products, which then again, it moves away from drop shipping. But really, if you want a super long-term business, moving away from dropshipping is honestly probably the best bet. And I talk about this a lot. I talk about like self-fulfilling your own items and working with manufacturers and getting like some customizations on the products. That's probably the way to go if you want to make this like a full-time gig, have it going for many, many years. That's probably the way to do it. However, if you want to maintain just dropshipping, yeah, you could still do that. You just need to really put in the effort to really get some good suppliers, make sure your products are good, make sure your whole entire website's good, and get a very, very solid marketing strategy. But yeah, it's very possible. It just takes a very long time. So don't get discouraged if you're not making a lot of money off of it within the first 2, 3, 4, 5 months or even year or two, okay? It's a long-term process to really get something solid going that'll last you a long time. But yeah, it's very possible. Number 8, and this is kind of a broad one, it's how do I scale my store? And there's a few ways that you can do this. First of all, you could just start putting up more ads, okay? And obviously that's going to equate to more reach and then eventually more traffic if you're doing it right, and then more sales. Now, additionally, what you can do is you could just kind of branch out as far as social media goes, or just any kind of online presence, okay? So put a lot of effort into your social media growth. I'm talking Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, whatever. I don't know, MySpace, is that coming back? Put some crap on there. You'll be the only store on there ever. That actually might be a good strategy. Don't steal that from me. But just branch out. There's so many things that you're not doing right now that if you were to be doing, you could reach so many more people and see much bigger results than what you're seeing right now, because you're just kind of staying like basic with your advertising and your entire marketing strategy. Just branch out, really get out there. Now, if you're talking about scaling ads specifically, there's a few ways that you can do it. The way that I like it is called horizontal scaling, and it's basically once you find the winning ad sets that are performing really well, you just duplicate those a few more times and then eventually start scaling those up about 15 to 20% every 24 hours, as long as the break-even point, which is the amount of money that you need to be making off the ads, is like you're making more money off the ads than you're losing, or it's right about even. If you're losing more money on the ads, you don't scale them up. You kill those after a few days. But that's an entire video in itself. I really can't simplify that too much, but yeah, look out for that video for sure. Number 9, how much money do I need to start off with? And oh my god, I get this question a lot, and it's something that, guys, you need to really realize this. drop shipping is not a guaranteed way to make money. I know people make it seem like that, right? They're like, oh, if you want money, if you're a broke teenager, go ahead and start drop shipping. That is very, very far from the truth. If I was broke, like dead broke when I started, I would not be making any money right now. I would have ran out of money and I would have been in a terrible, terrible place because of the fact that you're not going to know what to do right off the bat, right? You need to test audiences, you need to test products, you need to test store designs. I was about $200, $300 in the hole before I started making money. And even then, I wasn't making money. Before I started actually making solid money was months down the line. Absolute months down the line. Now I was a little bit longer because I spent all the time like learning by myself. I didn't really watch or listen to anybody. But you know, if you're low on money, get a job that has like a guaranteed pay, okay? Because this is not guaranteed. Any business that you get into is not guaranteed. It can plummet. You can lose all your money. Don't depend on it, right? Get a job that is guaranteed money. Have that come in and work on it on the side, or go all absolute balls to the wall with this job, stockpile money, and then quit and then go ahead and start the job, right? But if you don't have any money, do not start a business, right? Because if this business goes under, you are going to go under and you're going to see financial hurt that you have never seen before, and it's terrible, and I don't want any of you guys to go through that. So yeah, if you only have like a couple $100 to your name, don't consider it. I would definitely recommend getting a little bit more financially stable before that. And number 10, how do I design high converting ads? And guys, I actually have a couple videos on my channel about this, and I'd highly recommend you go look at it. But really, it comes down to being different, okay? So many people just put up the same crap ads, just a picture of the product on like a white background, and that's it. Nothing like makes it stand out, nothing is interesting, nothing's intriguing about it. That's not going to get people to buy from you. What you need to do is you need to present the item in a way that nobody else is presenting it. Oh my God, this is what's really going to help you, because even if there's the same product being sold, if it's been being sold for the past couple of months, if you present it in a new, unique, interesting, eye-catching way, people will react really well to it, and it'll be like they've never seen the item before, because they've seen the item before but they haven't seen it marketed this way, and that is where people see results. So get creative with your marketing. Watch those videos on actually designing the ads that I have, because that's how you design a high converting ad. That's how I've designed mine. They've converted for me. Go ahead and do that. And guys, wow, this was actually a longer video than I thought it was going to be, but those are the 10 most asked questions that I get. Now you never have to watch another video again. Go out there, start killing it, and leave any questions down below if you have any more that I need to answer. So if you want to learn how to make a profitable Shopify business, I have a link to my course down in the description below. I also have a link to a free 14-day Shopify trial down there if you want to go ahead and get things started. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed what I said and how I said it. Check out those videos over there if you want more ideas for what to watch, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.